I really woke up thinking that I had a clip, but I really didn't, and I'm kind of tight about it. But I just really wanted to make this video. I think I'm gonna start like a whole series because I do this like almost every morning. It's around, I think it's like 7 o'clock in the morning right now, and I woke up really early to do some laundry and hopefully wake and bake, but that did not work out. But today's topic is basically going about talking about like friendships in not in 2017, but mostly in your 20s. Friendships in your 20s are not really easy because it's like just depending on your circumstance and depending on your situation, it's really hard to keep up with friends, and you start to realize the transition between your friends having kids and your friends getting married and your friends moving away and your friends going away to school and your friends starting certain jobs and engaging in different social groups and things like that. So you really start to realize who are your true friends and who are the people that you're really going to go hard for the next couple of years until you have a transitional stage too. And it's really hard to accept that. I think my transitional stage happened with my friends in high school. Like mostly like my senior year, I realized that a lot of my friends weren't going to last into my 20s, or if they did, it would be like on some I'm responding to your Snapchat type shit, but I don't really check up on you, you know? Oh yeah, and today's mask is Mario Badescu collagen mask, super collagen mask, and my Origins retexturizing rose clay mask. So I put both of them around my face or whatever. But yeah, so it's really hard to catch up and keep up with your friends, especially like when you start to get older. You know, things start to stress you out even more. And it's like, it's really hard to try to catch every single last person up. Like, I have two friends that I talk to on a daily basis, and then I have other friends that I talk to like probably on a weekly basis. I just had a really good conversation with one of my friends. She's actually up in Pennsylvania right now. She's a teacher, so she went up to well, she's in school. She's in graduate school. Is it grad school? Yeah, she's in grad school right now. She's studying to be a teacher. So she's finishing that up. So me and her had a really good conversation last night, and that kind of prompted me to start this video or do this video because I felt like in a lot of cases, like friends, they guilt trip you to be a friend when you're going through real shit, and I don't really understand that whole concept. Like, granted, we all want our friends to be there when we're going through certain things, and you know, we don't know what to do, we need to vent, blah blah blah. That's great, but sometimes I go through shit. Sometimes I'm internalizing shit. Sometimes I don't want to talk. Sometimes I just like being by myself. Sometimes I just want to shut down and just go to work and come home, listen to my music. Sometimes I just want to post on Snapchat, post on Instagram, and not be bothered by, oh, but you can post on Snapchat, but you can't respond to me type shit. These are not jabs at anyone particularly, but these are things that I do get and I don't really understand, because if I don't feel like speaking, and if I can't be 100% who I am, or if I can't give you the energy that you need, then I don't feel like I should be held accountable for that. Because there's things that I'm going through that you can't relate to, that you can't give me accurate advice to do. You can't help me through this situation. So my ideal way of dealing with anything that is completely over my head, or anything that is too big or too much of a hassle for me, anything that's out of my way, I don't feel like I have to run to you every 3 seconds, because a lot of the things that happens in my life are reoccurring, and they're things that people don't understand fully because they're not in my situation, and I don't make anyone feel bad for that. We all have different things that we internalize. We all have different things that we are going through and battling, and I don't feel like everyone needs to know about it. I feel like there is a fine line between a personal life and a social life, yes, And your friends are obviously included in your personal life, but sometimes I can't be a friend. Sometimes I can't be your mentor. Sometimes I can't be Confucius. Because there's been times when my friends would hit me up about their nigga. And I'd be like, honestly, bitch, like, you need to let him go. You know, I can't be Confucius all the time. I can't be nice all the time. I can't be filtered all the time. I can't be there all the time. There's certain times that I'm at work. Sometimes I'm out with my friends. I'm with my nigga. Or I'm just, I don't feel like talking. I just feel like being by myself and not being bothered. And I don't feel like anyone should feel bad for that. Because we all have those moments. I have those moments every other week. Sometimes I just don't feel like being bothered. Sometimes I don't want to be reminded of reality, you know? Or sometimes I want to understand why I'm feeling the way that I feel and try to figure out a solution to my situation so I can be a better person, you know? Because I feel like if I cannot be 100% who I truly am, then I can't deliver that for you if I can't do that for myself in the moment. Because, like I said, we all go through shit. We are all internalizing different things. We are all battling different things. Whether it's sickness, whether it's family, boyfriend, whatever. We are all battling different things. I can be there for friends to a certain extent. Sometimes I don't answer my phone. Sometimes I don't answer my text messages. But I can't always be Justine when I'm in a situation that I don't even know how I'm going to figure it out, you know. But I always do. And I never make any of my friends feel bad for not being there for me or for not giving me a solution or for not answering their phone, you know, because we all have shit that we're going through. Another thing that I want to address is the fact that friends will see that you're doing something, and this is not anything that I feel like anyone should be held accountable for. Or hold on, give me 1 second. I had bought this crispy pause. I bought this crispy sandwich from Wendy's yesterday, and I dead forgot about it in my bag, so I just warmed it up. Am I nasty? It's dead 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm eating Wendy's. I'm dead. It doesn't even taste good. But anyways, give me 1 second. I'll get my life together. Okay, so I just finished munching on like that first bite. But your friends will know that you're doing something, like you're working on something, and they do nothing to support, contribute, or anything like that. But when they doing shit, they be like, share my shit, watch my shit, buy my shit. And it's like, sis, can we just rewind back to like a couple months ago when I was doing something? This doesn't pertain to me, but I see this all the time. Like, my friends support me. Like, my friends always share my shit. Sometimes I talk about certain things and it really doesn't pertain to me, but it's things that I know is relatable. Because, I'm sorry, the sandwich gotta be eaten because I got a combo and that shit was definitely $8. And I'm sorry since I'm not wasting my $8. But anyways, so basically, I don't like shit like that. I be seeing shit like that all the time. I'm saying, honestly, I don't appreciate it and I don't like it. Like, I don't like seeing stuff like that. If your friend is selling hair, bitch, you should never go to the beauty spot ever again unless you're buying Marley hair. If your friend is sending bundles, you should buy bundles from your friend. If your friend's a hairstylist, she should be doing your hair. If your friend does nails, their nails need to be done by your friend. Point blank period. Why would you take up the same money to put into somebody else's hands when you can support your own friend that you know is struggling? How? Housewife. Now, this brings me into the topic of me. I'm going to be releasing something. I don't want to talk about it yet because bitches be so quick to talk about things that's not even in play yet. Like, my shit is still working. Like, my shit is still baking. It's still marinating. Like, we not even there yet. Like, shit is still getting there, you know? So, I'm going to be putting something out. I am waiting for my inventory to blow out. I'm waiting for niggas to just pull up like, skirt, let me get two, you know, like, because the way that people really be out here buying Fashion Nova and buying shit from companies that they know ain't shit, that has no integrity, right? I'm not selling no clothes though, but that was just an example. People be out here buying shit from these big ass companies instead of going through the middleman, which is always their friend that probably has a boutique. You know, stuff like that is very bothersome. Like one of my friends, she just started a boutique, and the type of clothing is not really my type of style because I'm more like a hippie. But if I need something that is similar to the aesthetic that she's selling, or the type of clothing that she's selling, that I'm gonna buy from her. I'm not gonna go to Fashion Nova. I'm not going to AliExpress to wait a whole year. I'm not doing all of that. I'm just gonna go to her because she's local. Feel me? But things like that just doesn't really make sense to me. Like, you rather go straight over your friend and just go straight to like somewhere that doesn't support you, somewhere that these people don't love you, they don't give a fuck about you. Shit like that does not make sense. Friends are super important. Friends are super, super important, and I feel like good friends should be valued, and good friends should be appreciated. I have a friend, my best friend actually. She knows my situation. She knows the things that I go through, and my situation could be way worse. That's neither here or there, but she knows my situation. And one day I was talking to her, you know, just like randomly just talking about certain situations, and she was like, "Here, I'm gonna send you $20." You know, I have family members that don't even do shit like that. I had niggas in the past that doesn't even do shit like that. So when people say friends don't mean shit, oh fuck friends, this, that, blah, 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 I can't personally say that because my friends, well, not all of them, but my close friends look out for me. They hold it down in the way that they can. I don't expect my friends to direct deposit $300 into my account or fly me out or whatever. But I know in a time of need, if I need something, food, shelter, whatever, I know my friends got me. If you don't have friends like that, you need to get rid of your friends because they ain't your friends. If you can't rely on your friends for a place to stay and somewhere to eat, to be warm, to be comforted, they are not your friends. I don't give a fuck what their circumstances are. I don't give a fuck who they live with. If they can't provide that for you, those are the bare necessities. You understand? If they cannot provide those things for you, then they're not your friends. I don't give a fuck. So that's that. I don't want to make this video too long, so I think that's how I'm just going to end it. I need to wash this off my face anyways. But thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. So I just wanted to add on to the story about like true friendships and stuff like that. Like, real friends support each other. Real friends are always there for each other, like, no matter what. Real friends will tell you right from wrong. Real friends will give you the right direction to greatness and things that will better you in the long run as opposed to what feels good for right now. I feel like friendship should be honored as much as what your ideal brother or sister would be. If that's not the person, like, because when it comes to family, you don't have a choice but to be their family members, you understand? But when you have friends, you have a choice as to who you should be friends with. So I don't feel like you should have to go out your way to extend yourself, or you have to go out your way to get help from a friend. That should always be, I don't want to say like around or available, but present. Like, all my friends, I know their situations, and I keep that in mind. I know the severity of others, and I know what's more drastic than others. So I know if I get that 3 o'clock call in the morning, 3 a.m. call, I know who to panic about when I wake up the next morning, or who to be like, oh, I'll just call her later. Like, I know what time she get off of work anyway, just call her later. Because I already know. That's what real friends are about. Granted, that 3 o'clock in the morning call could be anything. But I know what, I don't want to say one of my friends' situation is more drastic than others. But because I'm so embedded in their situation, I know the severity. And I know, you know, if we need to talk about this 3 times a week or we need to talk about this 1 to 2 times throughout the week. Like, is it 1 to 2 business days or is it 3 to 5 business days? Like, I need to know the difference, you know, because I can't be too involved in every single last thing that's going on in their lives. It will become very consuming. It will cloud my judgment on a lot of things, and it would just make me very possessive because I'm very protective over my friends. So I try not to hear certain things too much, or I try to give a solution and see if they're making any progress towards, you know, getting closer to what they want to achieve. But I can't listen to my friend complaining about getting beaten every week. I can't like sit around and listen to my friends getting raped every week. I can't sit around and listen to these type of things because I'm giving you advice to do better, to get out, to leave, to greater yourself, and you're not taking heed, or you're not making arrangements to get around it. You're just complaining about it every single week. It's like it gets to a point where I can't do this anymore for you. If you're not helping yourself, then I can't help you. If I've been telling you over and over and over again, this is not for you, you know, then I can't help you. All I can do is love you. And all I could do is protect you. And if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'll be there. But I can't physically be there anymore, you know, because it becomes redundant. And if you're not willing to put yourself out there to get out of any situation, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whether it's financial, if you can't get yourself out of it, if you're not working towards it, because they could have a broke man that's crying out, oh, I'm poor, I'm poor, I'm poor, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, but he not filling out no type of applications, he's not making progress towards the goal, whatever he's complaining about, then who the fuck is going to look his way? You understand? Who is looking your way? They have homeless people that are out here that's been homeless for 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, and they're out here still looking for change. All these years pass by and no gradual success towards getting cleaned up, getting a job, trying to get some type of therapy, mental therapy done to try to clean yourself up and get back to reality, you know? At that point, I feel like you like the type of lifestyle that you're living. You feel hopeless. You don't love yourself, you know? And all of this goes to, like, mental help not being, or mental therapy not being provided as a regular service, or I don't really know how to like articulate that, but like, you know how we go to the doctor, like we do our physicals every couple months or every year, or we go to the dentist every 6 months, or we go to the gynecologist. Like, they don't have nothing for mental therapy, and all of that plays a part in my friends' lives, in people outside, family members. If your mental is not right, then you're going to always put your strain on the next person, and most likely it's a family member or a friend. And I never want to be that friend. I want to make sure that all my friends are balanced, and we check in on each other, and we make sure each other are good. Like, we make sure everything is good, but we're not like holding each other up along the way. We can't do that. I can't do that. I can hardly hold myself up. Sorry, I get my words like mixed up when I'm high. But I'm just like, when you walk people through in that capacity, they become monsters. They become very selfish, self-centered, privileged, entitled, all these different things. And you don't want to create that type of person. You don't want to be a part of that type of person. You don't want to be considered anything that pertains to that person. Like, you just want to be, in your own lane. My job is to nurture my friends, speak to them, guide them, love them, and things of that nature, explore with them, and just help each other grow. We're a whole garden, and we just have to help each other grow. That's the point of friendship. But if you have a friend that is going through something and it's like a very redundant thing, and it's like they're still in the same drought and they're still complaining about the same drought, then how am I supposed to feel like whatever I say is going to be like valid? Like, not even valid, but is it going to be acknowledged? Is it going to be used? There's no point in me saying things over and over and over again if it's not going to be done. That's the reason why I don't really like the whole concept of like interrogating somebody or repeating myself to certain people, because the more and more you say it is the more annoyed I'm going to get, and either I'm going to not do it or I'm going to block you out. Either way, I ain't doing it, or I'm going to take my sweet ass time to do it, But going back to what I was saying, sorry, I just went off topic. But I just don't like that. Like, I want everybody to be happy. And ideally, it's not going to happen that easily. But it's one of those things where I want you to be happy, and I also want you to help yourself. I want you to build up that strong inner woman that you are, and get yourself up and move on. Because there comes a time where it's kind of like when a boy cries wolf. He's crying wolf every week. Like, nobody's going to believe you. Nobody's really hearing you anymore, because you're not trying as much as you can, So I really, really love my friends. Like I said, this is not a diss video or anything like that, but I just hate the fact that, like, if I'm not there once, I'm a bad person, or I'm self-centered, or whatever, or I don't even get a call or anything like that to check up on how I'm doing or anything like that. But when I'm there, I'm constantly hearing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and there's no progress. There's no me time. There's no self-love time. There's no I'm trying to do better for myself. It's just the same thing. A revolving cycle of stress and anxiety, and I don't got time. So, yeah, I just wanted to add that onto the video. My room is like crazy, so don't mind the background. I know it's hard to ignore. But I just wanted to get that off my mind, because like after, I do my little remedies, I start to think about different things, and these are the things that I've been thinking about. So let me know what you think down below. Bye.